Hi everyone, I'm back. I'm better organized, maybe, and gonna work on the tree trunk. And I just had the tree trunk. Here we go. Um, get this tree put together, put the electrics in. Um, got rulers. So, oh, it's been quite the day. Well, no, it's not. Let's see. My COVID test came back negative, so that's good. Still worried about my friends who have it. Um, let's see. My son is really sick, but he took his COVID test. Turns out he's got a cold, so that's nice to know. Okay, let's see if I can put this in the camera. So he's not really sick, but really, really sick, but he's miserable with a cold because he's been exposed to it. He is confined. Even though he tested negative, I guess the university where he's at wants him to basically stay home. He's basically and just not go out unless he needs to get essentials. So his work has said don't come in. His classes, the college just says don't come in. So he's going to die of, if he's going to die of anything, it's going to be boredom. His friends across the street have got it, and they went hiking. So we'll see what happens. I've been, like I said, I don't know. I've been exposed. We'll see what happens. So this, this is real. I don't know if it's panic or anything like that, like the media wants us to do, but our small town has done really well until recently. It's not because of anything, we started school. I think Cooper Nuclear has done starting an outage, and I think because they brought in people from out of state, they might have brought some of it in. So, okay. Cut out C1 and C18. Okay, we're going to read the directions this time. Cut out C1 and C18 as photo sign. Notice the paper green. Okay, already did that. Okay, roll and stick C1. Roll and stick C1 as photo shown, then wrap up C1 with C18 as photo shown. All right. If you really want it more cylinder-like, as I've worked, like, sometimes a battery, anything cylinder, you can kind of wrap it around like a pencil and just kind of, I hate to say make it fit, but that way you don't end up with something that looks off. So I don't know if I really want it more. I'm not in the frame again. Okay. More oval. I mean, it's a tree, so it's not going to be. So let's go ahead and glue this in. Okay. All right. What else is going on? Neighbor's dog hasn't made it over the fence, so that's a good thing. I don't know what it is with Bear. He apparently does not like me and has figured out in his fury how to climb the chain link fence and go after me. So that has not been pleasant. He's a medium-sized dog. So The second time it happened, I had to call the police because, you know, he just chased me. Well, no, the first time I was in my yard, and their fence borders my yard, and every time he's out there, he just goes crazy barking, and which is fine. You want to stay in your fence and bark, I don't care. But one time he just made it climb clear over the fence, and my first thought is, okay, try the friendly approach. My husband used to work for animal control, and I remember him saying that he got a call from the police, and they had this dog, was it a Doberman, and could you please come get it? I think they wanted to say it was a drug dog, and we can't get it. So he went out, and he just and it's barking, and he goes, come here, boy, hey, how are you? Come on. And this dog just came running up to him, just, hey, how are you? And the police officer says, I have been standing there for an hour, and you just got him to call just like that? He's fine? And so I thought, okay, I'm going to do the friendly approach. And I can't even imagine this officer sitting here for an hour, finally deciding to call animal control. And my husband just here, boy, come on, what's up? Okay. So, all right, try the friendly approach. Let me see if I can get him back in the yard, because the gate is just right around on the other, the gate isn't too far away. So they want me to make so no, he jumps, as I turn to, let's see here, as I turn to get him toward the fence, I thought, oh geez, my neighbor's going to kill me, because now I got all three dogs. She's got three. So now I got her three dogs barking, like crazy. And, bear's on my yard. Okay, let's try the friendly approach, and then let's get him back into his yard. Nope. As soon as I head down to change direction, turn my back to him, he jumps up on my back. He mostly scratched me, but that's when I realized, okay, he's not friendly. Thankfully, my neighbor came running, and I started yelling for her, and by this time I was mad. And let's see, it wants me to kind of twist it, make it tree-like. Yeah, okay. Probably should have done it the other direction. All right. So anyway, she comes and picks him up, dumps him back over the fence. And let's see. Well, the second time I was going around the walk, around this, they live on the corner. I was going around, I'm going to go ahead and go like this. I was going around with a walk, and all of a sudden, Bear comes bursting out by the fence, and okay, Bear, come on. It's I don't know what you have with me. Bear just loses it. He climbs up. He manages to make it over that fence, and I'm talking with my husband, and I told him, okay, sweetheart, let me put the phone away. Bear's made it over the fence, and I got to do something, and. So I figured, well, the friendly approach didn't work this time. We're going to try the more direct approach. And I realized I'm in the middle of the road. Nobody's out here. If he jumps on me or knocks me to the ground or whatever, I mean, there's nothing I can really do, and no one's going to come get me. And I thought, okay, you want to play this game? I can play this one too. So I headed toward him, charged him, and I just started yelling, Bear, get back home. Get home now. And you don't need it. There's no reason for you to do this. And I started yelling for my neighbor. And of course, no answer. And so now I'm just great. Now what do I do? Anyway, Bear realized, okay, that I'm pissed, and I start going after him, so he stops, and he hightails it around the side of the house. And now I'm thinking, I don't know where he is, and I don't know what I'm going to do. So I called 911, and they said they sent an officer out, because I said he's loose, I can't get him, he hasn't bitten me, he just, he just tried to chase me. He's just made it over the fence, and so so he went and talked to him, and then I realized I got to the corner, so I made it 1 block, and I realized I was too scared to go home. Here I am, all proud of myself for, well, let's see here. We're doing this, and now I'm too scared to go home. Because again, he's right next to me, and I don't know where he is. He took off down the street, around the side, toward my house. And so anyway, the police came back, said everything was okay. It was safe to go home. And he just said, keep Bear, in control. So, like I said, I don't know what it is with Bear that he has not liked me. The other day I was out and, he heard me talking. He came around the corner, bark, 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 bark. And I'm like, Bear, we're not doing this again. If you make it over the fence, you're mine. And I heard my neighbor call out his name, and he took off. And again, the other day, I was talking to my dad, and he heard me coming, bark, 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 around the corner. And this time it's like, what? I don't want to deal with it. I know he can make it the fence. Technically, he's still contained. He's fine until he makes it over the fence. But so, well, that's been the past couple of weeks, is dealing with Bear. And he's not out all the time. She only she lets her dogs out, go to the bathroom and stuff like that. But he's the only one that just goes. What breed is he? I want to say he's a miniature. Although he's not miniature, Australian Shepherd or something like that, sheepdog. I don't know, but for whatever reason, he doesn't like me. So, but there's no point antagonizing him either. I was like, hey, okay, how do they want me to glue this together? All right, cut out C1 according to the wrap up C1 with C18 and pinch the natural shape of the complete branch. And it doesn't say anything else. So the directions on this are relatively different. All right, so I'm guessing we'll just stick it in there and go for it. My branch is not staying. That's all right. And what I worry about is not so much me as, if Bear can make it out over the, if Bear can make it out over the fence at anybody, and he's not going to come to anybody, or he's going to get, and I don't know if he's scared or just doesn't like me. But the biggest problem people are going to run into, including the police, is if he gets out, no one's going to, no one's going to be able to get him, because either he's going to be scared and lash out and bite someone, or again, in my case too, I can't just dump him over the fence. So I do worry about his safety. We live next to a highway. All he needs to do is get over the fence, get scared or whatever, and take off toward the highway. So, that's concerning too. But he's not my problem unless he makes it over the fence, and we meet up. But, the officer was surprised. He's like, "You charged the dog?" And I said, "Well, if I didn't, if I took off, if I took off, he would have jumped on my back and knocked me over." I said, my only thought was to just run toward him, yelling at him to tell him to go home. All right, so I've got the swing. Okay. All right. Where are we at? We're at 14. Okay. I'll let that dry. And the next one is, here we go. So I do not hate dogs. My neighbor's, another friend of mine, has got a Doberman Pinscher, and You know, his name is Boo, and I mean, I'll tell you what, he's one of the happiest dogs I've ever met. You know, he is so happy to see you. I mean, you can see it in his eyes. You know, want to be friends? Want to be friends? You're my best friend now, just because you came and visited me. Here's a toy. Here's a toy. Come play with me. So it's like, I know dogs don't hate me, just Bear does. Oh, okay. Here we go. We're making a fruit basket. Oh, low battery. All right. I'll do this. Here we go. Let's put this in. There we go. Okay. Yeah, my only other thought was, throw him a dog bone when he starts, give him a treat. But then I don't want him to think, oh, you start barking at me and come after me, she'll give me a treat, so let's keep it up. So, and I don't think my neighbor would be happy if I did that either. But I have thought about it when he moved over with food. Okay, these are for decoration. Okay. Okay. We're supposed to have a couple of green ones. Well, one green one and 3 red ones. Well, we're going to get whatever comes out because it doesn't matter. Okay. Stay in frame. My problem was I kind of worked by the edge of the table, not in the middle. But then if I do that, then there's no place for the camera. So let's find some of these bigger ones. Come on, stay in there. I wanted a green one. Let's put a green one in. Should have used the smaller one. I didn't even think about it. Okay. All right. Well. All right. No, the other one went one way. The little. Here we go. All right. They want one of these. We're at 17. And the light green one. Okay, let's find the green. Oh, this will work. Where'd my, here we go. Come on. Sometimes you have to keep cleaning out the nozzle here. There we go. All right, I'll let that dry. If I can get it off my finger. The other thing you got to keep doing, especially, is just keeping this off. All right, we got that. Fruit basket, potting. And tells me how to do the leaves and everything. All right, I really can't do any more until I get this done. So I'm just see if we can get this wiring. All right, let's go back to the wiring. Again, I just need to do a better job of reading the directions. All right. Okay. 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 What the directions have you do is they want you to put the first light up here. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to shove this down here. Oh, got all kinds of stuff in here. Okay, they look like they want you to do it along the middle here. All right, so let's get that first light in. A little bit lower. Okay. Let's get that first light in there. Oops, it wants it down. Okay. Glue that in. And I'm just going to go down this way. Whatever happens, happens. Next time, just read the directions better because I don't do very good. Okay, I'm just going to cut like this. And put that in. See if I can get it in the groove there. Where'd my tweezers go? Right here. If I can get that in that groove, we get you in there. Let's see if I can get that in there. Okay, shove all this in. Glue this in. Worst case scenarios, we just make it fit. I know there's an easier way to do this. Come on. Come on, just fit in. Did I get squished? There. Of course, now this isn't glued in because it dried. And this isn't gonna make it all the way in, because this didn't go in. There we go. All right. That made it in. All right. Hey, there we go. And I'll just glue these in. Okay. But yeah, this is just fiddly. I'll have to find a way to glue those together or just leave it that way. Okay, this is in. Thanks for watching. And I will work on the tree and work on decorating. So this is not going to be very pretty, unfortunately. And then I just need to all right, thanks for watching.